a lot of people struggle with starting, like the
Mm,
starting process. Like I struggled with it for years. Like
mm.
I've been wanting to do this for all my life, like do the YouTube thing, do the social media thing, and then I'm just doing it in like the last few months, and it took me like 22 years to like get
Yeah.
started. So, how would you describe your starting process, and what advice would you give other people to start?
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like anything else. Like you're not, and I know I've already said it so much. Like I feel like I'm just running laps at this point with what I'm saying. But like, you're never gonna know if you like something or not unless you do it. So
Mm-hmm.
you just have to do it. Like obviously, right when I first thought in my head, like, why don't I just go into like film and TV? Like it was a blasphemous idea. Like, okay, like how are you gonna do that? Like, and one of the biggest things I've also learned is, and this will save you a ton of time so you can just get more directly to what you want to do, is like you like one of the most important things about getting to know other people or about
Mm-hmm.
broadening your network is you, through talking to other people who have already had so much time in the industry, is you get to learn from them, like you get to learn from the mistakes they made so you don't ever have to make them.
Got it.
So like I spent so much time, uh I know I talked about the LinkedIn thing and getting coffee. Like coffee, just getting coffee with someone can go such a long way because their advice can just speak on behalf of years of mistakes that you will not have to make.
Got it.
Um so like I don't know, like what's my advice for someone to get into it? Well, I guess my biggest piece of advice for someone to get into it is to talk to people who are currently in it to see if it's something you want to
Wow.
pursue. Like
Yeah.
people who are in the industry, or just no, just people in general love to talk about themselves. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Like people love to talk about themselves, whether it's what they're doing, where they're going, just their personal lives, their careers. People love to talk about themselves because that is the thing, that is the one thing that you know more about that nobody else will ever know more about, is your personal life and what you've done to get to the point you're at. So that's the best piece of advice I can personally give, is to just find somebody who is in a industry that, and it doesn't even have to be film, it could be anything. Find
Yeah.
someone who is in an industry that you want to pursue and just come with a list of questions that you have that you want to know answers to, and just really pick people's brains so you can spend a lot more time progressing than wondering and like hindering yourself down based on things that you doubt or you're not sure of. Like the answers are out there. You just have to go and seek them and find them out yourself.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I was just thinking about it. This podcast is literally me going out and getting coffee with people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's great. Like seriously, like I think just like because there are so many, it's just like goes back to like being and sitting in school. Like okay,
Mm-hmm.
like no questions dumb, there's no stupid questions out there, and chances are like if you raise your hand and ask whatever questions on your mind, like someone else in the classroom is going to have that same question but they just
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to ask it. Like there are so many people out there that are in your situation or are in my situation, like I want to go do this thing, but there are also simultaneously so many people who are just not willing to put in the effort to do the thing. So
Yeah.
like like effort, like if you just show effort, people will pick that up, and that's ultimately, when you're breaking into anything, just having effort and having a good headspace are like two things that like not everybody has and are valuable. Like
Got it.
not not everybody is going to have a good headspace. Hence, not everybody's going to want to work with specific people. Like as long as you're actively putting yourself out there, giving things your best effort, and just like always keeping an open mind to new experiences, like you
Mm-hmm.
will get where you want to go, in at least in the entertainment industry, you will get where you want to go.